Hello, everyone out there, and welcome to yet another Waystone Games live stream.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Brad Pluto Ramey, the assistant community manager here, and this is Dan Dibs Gibson, who actually I really enjoyed your post on the Reddit of your Sims shaper house. Tell me about that. Tell me what's going on.
I was super excited.
Because if you guys don't know, product placement.
That's right. Have you heard of this game by EA?
It's called The Sims 4.
We have a ton of friends who work on Sims downstairs, which is just 2 floors down from us, and a lot of them even like people like went to Sims from our team, and we got people from their team to work with us. So we're all really good friends. So I was really excited for Sims 4 to come out because I worked on Sims many years ago now, and I've always found them pretty fun.
Lead sim designer.
That's right. So I was like, okay, I definitely want to get this game. So I got a code and played when it came out, and I was like, I know what I want to do, which is because normally it's like you make yourself and you make everyone that you're living with at the time.
You make your girlfriend.
You make your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
Or yeah, we don't judge.
And I was like, but the problem is you never give them the fun traits, right? You never my friend who's dastardly evil, right? Everyone's kind of like, oh, he's kind of funny, I guess, or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do shapers, and I'm gonna make them Fenwor's just like straight up evil and wants to become mastermind ruler or whatever and all that stuff. So
and you're able to do that.
In
Whoa,
the
Sims 4.
But it was pretty fun. Just making the characters was fun. I thought about doing 8 or 10 because that's I think max. But I was like, let's keep it 6. So actually, I didn't want to just make it. I wanted to actually play. So if you have 8 or 10 people in a small house and no money, it's like the worst.
Everyone's living in poverty.
Everyone's like, I'm so hungry. And, even in my house right now, people won't. Even if it's a double bed or a queen size bed, they won't sleep together unless they're in a relationship. So it'll be Zeri goes and takes the bed.
So they take turns.
And Dibs is sitting on the couch sleeping. He's not even laying down because there's no room because it's needs to sleep on this couch, Fenwar on this couch. And Dibs sitting sleeping. I'm like, oh god, no.
That's amazing. So the 6 you chose were Dibs, Freya,
so I did
Zeri.
Fenwar, Freya, Dibs, Nisa, Zeri, and Renzo.
Okay, that's amazing. Were you able to actually adequately make Renzo in The Sims? Is he?
I think
incredible?
I did a pretty good job, and I have a screenshot. I didn't post all my screenshots online because I didn't want to just flood with my screenshots, but I've got one of him just outside in my backyard just doing push-ups. And I was like, yes,
this is Renzo. Perfect. He's got the, what'd you give him, the workout personality?
Yeah, his big aspiration is bodybuilder, best bodybuilder.
Nice.
And Zeri's is world artist. So I didn't want to give them both world artists. So his is bodybuilder and hers is world artist.
I like it. So see if we can lock in King fairly quickly. There we go. Insta-lock King. No big deal. You're that guy.
But it's been pretty fun so far. Yeah, Dibs and Zeri are kids.
Yeah, sure.
So they're in school.
It's funny because when I saw the screenshot, I was like, oh, I see Fenmore, I see Freya, and I saw Dibs Glibman. I was like, did you put yourself in there?
No.
I wanted to ask you, I was like, why'd you make yourself a kid? And I saw this stupid Bumblebee shirt. I was like, oh, wait, it's supposed to be Dibs. But Dibs doesn't have a last name, so.
He doesn't have a last name, so I didn't know exactly what to put. So I put Glibman, which was an old Sims joke for when I worked on The Sims. But yeah. Yeah, so him and Zeri go to school, and everyone else has random jobs, and it's pretty good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun.
But yeah, if you guys don't know, other than The Sims launching today, we also launched a new King of Masks skin and Kagan announcer pack. So we're going to see Master of the Cosmos King of Masks, and I'm super excited to see it in-game. Because actually, this is going to sound so terrible for me, but I didn't know until I saw some of the screenshots that he has new effects. His tentacles are new, his eggs are new.
We actually, I like the base mesh a lot. I think it's really neat, especially, I'll show you guys the cape once we get into game. But we actually did a ton of stuff on the effects. We also redid the animation for the Maw, his ultimate.
Really?
No, finale we call that, but the Maw is what we call that model internally. We actually redid the animation because it was done a really, really long time ago, and it just kind of had a nice little, it was very point A to point B. You just snap.
Yeah.
Has this stretch and it's still really subtle, but you'll notice that it has and this applies to the base skin as well. It's just free upgrade. It has this nice awesome stretch and then pull.
Make sure we get it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I actually haven't seen the new. I don't think I've seen the new ulti animation.
It's like I said, it's subtle, but it's really cool.
Yeah,
actually makes me really sad to move off the Sakari announcer because it's
I really like the Sakari announcer.
Perma-lock.
My two. Okay, what are your top two announcers?
It's Sakari is so far above all the others. I don't know why.
Really?
I love it. Every time she says more bumps for us, whenever you capture her well, I just die laughing. I don't know why. It's so weird.
I love Sakari and Ferris. They're my two. Go-to
I actually really like Viridian because it's super chill.
Mm-hmm.
He's just he's got even when you like
I've used
even when you
Viridian
annihilate, it's like the seas are clear. It's like sail on to victory. I'm like, yes,
Yes, fantastic. I don't think I've used Viridian's announcer pack. I need to branch out a little bit. I just can't get over Ferris and Sakari. They're so good. Change some of them settings. Key bindings, of course. You gotta toggle the dance. No, you need to do the dance. I have Control 4. It's one of my important key bindings. Control 4 to dance, so I can dance all the time. It's very important to me.
Control 4? No,
Yeah.
I was gonna do Shift 4. So he's even got a little different dance.
Does he?
Instead of a instead of skates, he juggles bats.
Oh wow! I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this is skin. This is my favorite part of the skin. Is actually the cloak with like the half moon, half sun.
sun.
The theme for the skin is like moon and stars, which makes me think of Elder Scrolls because it's my favorite. Oop. But yep. So there's a lot of kind of like there's like sun eels with moon eggs, and the W is kind of a mix of both, and the ult's kind of a mix of both.
Yeah, the ulti has it looked like it had like its upper jaw was
Right.
sun, and its
It's
bottom
like
jaw.
it's like dark silver and gold are the two, so
Yeah.
it's night and day, same thing.
It's pretty awesome. Woohoo, front page hype. Well, hello, everyone. If you're just tuning in, we are Waystone Games, the developers of Dawngate. If you want to give us a try, we are in community beta right now. You don't need a beta key. You don't need a code. You don't need anything. You just register at dawngate.com, and boom, you get in. We use the Origin account system because we are published by EA, but we do not use the Origin client. We have our own standalone client. So if you're looking to give Dawngate a shot, please do so. I am the assistant community manager here at Waystone Games, and this is Dan Gibson, or Dibs. He's the lead shaper designer, and he's showing off one of our newest skin in the game. This is Master of the Cosmos, King of Mass. And King of Mass is a control mage. Some would joke that he controls your health bar, right?
That's right.
But he's got CC, and he's got fears, he's got roots, he's got dragons, or not dragons, but pull-ins, I
Pull-ins.
suppose, is a better way to phrase that. But it was King of Mass one of your babies?
King of Mass was one of my babies. He was probably my worst baby.
Your worst? Wow.
No. He had the longest dev cycle. Why this guy needs to stop slapping my
Is he
CS.
Gladiator, though?
No, he's not.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
Tactician.
Tactician. He is Gladiator.
Wow.
Wow, I thought I locked in tech.
What a scumbag.
I'm being
Watch out for Decapa King. Yeah, I remember King of Mass was one of those people that was in development for a long time. His kit went through many iterations.
Yeah.
And then eventually, what you came out with was what? What were you looking for here?
So it exactly became what I wanted, which was a control mage. So we had this King of Mass kit. It's the only kit that we've ever done that was 100% fully completed, and we scrapped it. It had animations, it had effects, it had a completely different model than the one that's in the game. And we were like, this is just not like
Not working.
It's not this. It was not fun. Like it
Okay.
was a completely functional kit, and it was very effective, but it was not a fun kit.
Was this the time when I think you've teased before that he had like almost invisible traps and like mushroomish things?
He had invisible traps that he could like place all the time in lane. It made people super sad. We don't have any way to
Reveal them.
reveal them at all. So it was just like super. People would take full haste, max his trap skill, place them all over the place, and just make people super sad.
Yeah. Jojo Hockey Player, thank you so much. You guys are the best. I watch every live video. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate that. We thank everyone for being here. If you guys haven't followed the stream yet, be sure to do so. Hit that follow button down below. You get notified every time we go live. We stream 4 days out of the week. Tomorrow will be a community catch-up with myself, where I will be going over what you guys are talking about on the Reddit, which you guys, if you aren't paying attention to, reddit.com/r/Dawngate, and also playing a viewer game with you guys. Oh, he even has that little moon icon when he goes W. That's
the
cool.
moon icon's really cool. I like that a lot.
Little touches.
Yeah, so we ended up kind of getting dumpster slang because I was playing it like I was a gladiator in the beginning, but
You took some unnecessary risks, and now you're paying for it.
I was like, I need to steal this CS from my gladiator.
I bet he was thinking the same thing. He was like, wow, what an asshole. And
Yeah,
you're
he
like,
was.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
Delightful.
Oh, boy.
The question, Dibs, is the skin worth cosplaying versus regular com? That's a good question.
I kind of like both. Well, I don't think either one is more difficult. It kind of depends on which one you want to do. Like this one's got a really cool. Actually, this one is probably more difficult because of this.
yeah, the cape is important.
It's really hard.
And the mask, too.
Yeah.
It's not just a cloth mask. He has like a headdress on.
One of your mates got
Either way, please do it. We would love to see it.
Yes, absolutely.
100%. I saw Something's the Man. I'm sorry I missed that follow. And Tatsuo the Dragon. Thank you so much for following the stream. We appreciate that. Does crafting currency stack up from before? So crafting currency is currently being tracked, so do not worry there. Every time you get crafting currency, we are keeping track of it in our system, so you won't lose it whenever the time does come. The fabled time of legend when crafting currency drops. Slash, thank you for the follow. We appreciate that. Welcome to the Dawn Gate, pal. Since I can't cosplay Viridian, Calm is my cosplace of choice for PAX East. That sounds awesome, Alucard.
You can't cosplay Viridian. Why not?
Oh, no.
Because he's naked.
Because he's pretty much naked. He's got a belt on.
He's got pants.
He's got like, are they coral pants ish?
Oh my god, I'm getting.
Are they actual pants?
They're pants.
The real question is, can Viridian take off his pants?
Delightful.
That's what we need Crystal Twa when you go to the judges. Triumph Reaper, thank you for the follow. We appreciate that. Isn't this an EA game? Yes, we are published by EA, but it is through and through a Waystone Games developed game. We are the makers of Dawn Gate. Let's see. Any other questions? If you guys do have any questions for myself or for Dibs, lead shaper designer, please feel free to ask them in chat. Throw a Q with a colon in the chat, and we'll answer it to the best of our ability.
Delightful.
Zantron, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Dawn Gate, pal.
I'm far behind that Basco's CRD6. Yeah, righty.
You could totally make Viridian pants. How can one man feed so much? Thank you for the follow. You're not feeding yet.
I'm not
You're
feeding
yet. That name should be saved for when he does feed. You could totally make Viridian pants, but Calm you can cosplay without being in really good shape, so there's that. Can't have a chubby Viridian. I guess
Viridian
that's
is super thin. That's
super
that's
fit.
True.
Big Meow 2, thank you so much for the follow. Base Beast 1 asked Dibs, will you marry me?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
It's not off the table.
Yeah, that's not a no, Base Beast 1. I want you to know that. How is Sakari testing post-launch?
Testing in balance or like overall people liking her?
I don't know. Let's do both.
Because
Why not both?
her play rate's out of control. People really like to play her. I was just taking a peek at today, and people are seeming to really, really like her. I mean, she's super fun, I think, and very unique. Her balance is not.
I don't think it's too out of whack.
I think it's really close.
Yeah.
So we're pretty happy with her. Sometimes things come in weak. Sometimes things come in strong. I think that she's actually one of our more balanced releases ever.
Yeah, I think she came out really well. She's been out in the Dawn Gate for like 2 weeks, I think now, and I see a lot of them. I see a lot of good ones. I see some bad ones. I think she's in a good place, in my opinion. Let's see. Will Dawn Gate have a draft mode? Eventually, Lead Soldier 40. Dawn Gate will eventually get a draft mode in some kind of ranked mode, but currently we do not have one. Scarlet's Titania. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Dawn Gate, pal. A question about a particular passive, but I will just kind of umbrella it and ask about passives in general. What's kind of been done there? Raw 1992, thank you for the follow.
So, like I said, we've been trying to do, like we mentioned in the past, we were trying to do the Passive Palooza, which is going to introduce passives to all pure shapers in the game. Originally, very, very originally, all characters had passives. A lot of them were not as interesting as we were hoping. This is forever ago. And we scrapped all the ones that we found not interesting, and a lot of them became Spirit Stones. So things like Brawler, things like Warden were all character passes before they were Spirit Stones. So we've been trying to put them back in, but we want to make sure we do something that's relatively interesting, something that doesn't have any. It has to have gameplay. A lot of the things that we had before had literally no gameplay associated with them whatsoever. It was like you just gain stats in these situations, and you're always going to be in these situations, which is something we don't particularly like. So we've been working on those internally. That is now Scott Town, Waystone Vex.
Oh no! I did kind of see the bow of the like the bow out.
Yeah.
Of the ulti. That looked pretty cool.
So
that ulti looks super cool.
We would have toasted her there, but I think she blinked. So.
But yeah, that's kind of the deal. We're trying to introduce passives to all of them. But what is like we've rolled out a few. Like we rolled out Desecrator passive, Kel passive, stuff like that. Is the plan just kind of just keep adding 1 or 2 per patch? Hopefully?
It's going to be a little bit variable depending on kind of that patch's workload. So like how intense a particular character is. I don't know if we mentioned it yet, but there is no passive for this particular patch for exactly that reason. But we are hoping to have potentially 2 or 3 for the next patch after that.
Cool.
So it's a kind of thing that's going to kind of have ebbs and flows in it. But it's really dependent on kind of our internal load as well as how confident we are in, like, characters who people have been playing for a really long time. We don't want to be like, hey, here's this new passive, and no one likes it, and it messes up the core feeling of the character, right?
Yeah.
They should still feel like that character. So we'll have some coming out pretty soon, but I don't think with the next patch.
Someone asked how many shapers we have in the game. We currently have 32 shapers in the game. Sakari was the 32nd shaper. Started out with 12, and so we've added 20 characters since we started closed beta the last of May. I think that's pretty awesome. Why does Dibs hate warding?
I know. I was just because it's hard to play when you're trying to ask questions. I just looked down. I was like, vision? Literally none.
Literally no vision.
No one. I'm the only person on that with a ward out. So now I'm the best player on the team instead of the. Oh, hello.
Do you think Dongate will have a pro circuit in esports like League of Legends? I think we definitely want to do the competitive thing, Bribo TV. One thing that we're waiting on that's going to be super awesome is, casting mode. We're super excited for when that does come out, and hopefully you guys are excited as well. You'll see more tournaments, community run tournaments pop up. So I think shoutcasting is super exciting for Dongate because I personally love, you guys have known. Oh, let's see what this happens. Oh, Eater. Nice. Oh God, where did he come from? Nice escape, great escape. Whoa! We've shown you guys, kind of casting mode a few months ago whenever the community summit happened, and we've been playing around with it internally, like watching play tests here and there and stuff, and it's super fun. Like Dongate's a really fun game to watch, so I'm super excited about the competitive scene.
Yep.
Once casting mode comes out, I want to watch casting mode on the big screen all the time, big tournaments and stuff. Is a new shaper already in preparation? So Bloody Taste 91, we constantly have new shapers.
Yeah, that's all the
in
time.
development. That is all of the time.
So that's kind of the stuff that when I say like we're trying to balance Shaperpalooza with Passivepalooza with other things, it's generally against shapers. Those like next up, next after that, next after that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make sure that we never fall behind on that, obviously. So passives kind of become a come out after those things.
I'm telling you, I'll be a professional Dongate player. Remember me. We'll do Bribo TV. Best of luck on your in your endeavors, sir. We look forward to some awesome competitive play in the future. What will you guys do about loadouts? Will you create another one, change those that are available, in addition to any other shaper is going to be nerfed? So the first part of your question, new sparks and spirit stones, I believe is what you're asking. And I think the answer to that is, we're constantly looking at new ideas that could potentially be added. If I'm not mistaken, is that pretty correct?
Yes.
Correct, Dibs? I think the last spirit stone we added was it was a long time ago. What did we add? We added Rogue, I think? Wasn't Spirit Stone the Rogue
I think
added?
it's true. That's the same thing where it's all about like overall bandwidth. So I think I mentioned this when we were at the Sakari stream, or maybe when I was just streaming at Gamescom. But it's been Scott Town, Waystone Vex's job to was working on things like spells as well as Spirit Stones, and he moved on to bots, which was a huge endeavor and it took a lot of time and was a ton of work. So he was working on that for a very long time. Now that he's kind of rolling off that with the occasional improvement, bug fix and whatnot, he'll be getting things like Passivepalooza spells and Spirit Stones, which we're really excited to have because those kind of just add interesting content across the board to a lot of different characters.
Do you guys look at forum shaper ideas at all? Do you guys look at forum shaper ideas at all for ideas? In cells, we actually do. I know Dibs does a little bit, and in fact, I remember being at a LAN party with Dibs this past weekend on Saturday, and he was browsing the shaper idea forum, just looking at ideas from you guys. So, the general answer we usually give for that is, it's probably very, very, very unlikely that a shaper will just be like, "Yep, put into Dongate," you know. But I mean, you may be inspired by some. Dibs right here, being the lead shaper designer, may have read a kit that was like, "That's an interesting idea for a kit," or "That's an interesting theme," or "That's an interesting vitality," or "This is an interesting concept," and then he may extrapolate his own kind of idea from it. So please post away; those are really fun to read, and you guys are way more creative than I am. So I love reading them as well. Are there plans to add new items or even entire new passive items in the future? Potentially. As long as it makes sense to the Dawngate and the overall balance and feel of it, we're not opposed to really adding anything. Which shapers have had their passives changed so far? Kel had a passive introduced.
Yeah, Kel had his passive introduced.
Desecrator. I think that's it. Kindra.
Cal
Kindra.
Desecrator, Volek, and Kindra.
Yes, Cal Desecrator, Volek, and Kindra. Kindra, she had her
Kindra's just
resets
attack.
just moved
Right.
to her passive.
Some of it will be stuff like that. So I think I mentioned this in the past too, which is some of our character passes that we liked from the passive days, like back in the past. They got moved to different places on the people's kit. So for instance, Desecrators was just moved to his W, where it's always been, where you guys have always played with it, and we just kind of moved it back. And we gave it some quality of life improvements as well as a little power upgrade. But for the most part, it's still the same.
Yeah, guys, remember, if you want to try Dawngate, please go try it now. Dawngate.com is where you can get it. We are in community beta, so you don't need a beta key or anything. You simply register at Dawngate.com, and you can be playing within the hour because it's a very small download, about less than a gigabyte, and we'd love to have you guys playing and giving us feedback and stuff. Let's see.
Secretony is doing a lot better than I'm doing.
Secretony, he's just doing okay.
Can we get him to stream?
Way
on
better
this,
King of
please?
Mass?
Yeah. I need to get Secretony to be on the stream, please.
How soon TM is crafting currency? Soon TM is the only answer I can give you, Bristow. I'm sorry. Are there any plans to add new items? Oh, we already asked that one. Yes. Why not? How long till EU servers get fully released? So right now we are still doing the kind of testing windows for European servers, and I think they're going very well. And it's just a matter of time before they get the button gets pushed on, and they don't ever get pushed off unless we need to do maintenance or something like that. Do you have a Dawngate client for OS X? We do not at the moment, Bribo TV, but we have heard feedback of people wanting Mac clients and whatnot, and we wouldn't be opposed to the idea in the future, but as of now, there's no Mac client. Although we have heard of people boot camping Windows and stuff like that and having it run pretty well on that. So if that's an option to you, we would encourage you to do that. What exactly is crafting currency? It's crafting currency. That's all there is to it. More details and whatnot about what it will be and what it will be used for will be discussed in the future with you guys, I promise. Is there going to be a search bar for the Vitalities items? That's a feedback we've definitely heard of, search bar in the shop. Personally, with a little bit of time, a little bit less time than I feel like than other MOBAs, you can get used to Dawngate's shop because it is a little bit smaller. It is a little bit more easy to parse because you're not looking for one item to combine to two other items to make another item. Oh, lovely interaction. So once you get used to it, I think it takes far less time for you to really know where things are. But a search bar is definitely something that we have heard and we would love to do in the future.
Oh boy, things are
looking poor for. Oh, nice fear, great fear.
Oh!
He wants you.
I know he does. It's scaring me. Yeah, I think that actually, it's interesting what happens when you're kind of in a position where you end up watching the game for a lot of time. Because although we've seen a million people play the game at Gamescom, it was just like a lot of us hanging around, watching people play, kind of helping them out, and so many of them were like, "I'm this German guy, and
I'm lost."
I can't read because
it's not in German.
Right, it's not in German, and this is my first time playing the Dawngate. You get a lot of interesting information when you kind of see someone interact.
That is interesting.
When you see that volume of people interacting with it for kind of the first time.
Yeah.
So that I know Ian was watching very closely on that. He's our lead UX designer and was kind of had a lot of interesting insights from that, and I think that they'll play out. Should we give the shop a little bit of an upgrade, a little bit of a makeover?
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting things that I saw consistently within at Gamescom was people just getting lost in filters, in the item shop and being like, I don't know what's happening, where am I, what's going on, I'm looking for health and power items, but this thing is not telling me exactly what I need, and the shop is looking to be improved and revamped. It's definitely not done. We can honestly say that I don't think anything in the game is done, right?
Yeah.
Everything is iterative, and everything has the ability to be worked on, to be polished, to be improved.
Yeah, I mean,
it's beta.
Yeah, it's literally every part. Some of it we even kind of we have so many things being upgraded in that kind of matter that it's we'll forget it. If people come out, they're like, wait a minute, Nisa, it has new auto attack cycles, and so does Desecrator, and so does literally everybody.
Yeah.
All at once, we're like, oh yeah, we should probably.
Yeah.
And there's been, we call this one out, but we got this new upgrade here. There's going to be new upgrades in very similar
fashion.
Similar fashion very soon. So there's always just tons of things that are being upgraded in all different kind of categories. I mean, like I mentioned it on a Reddit post recently. There's going to be a major upgrades to people who have low settings.
Mm-hmm.
So people who are playing on older machines or mobile or tablet or whatever what have you. Upgrades there really soon. So a lot of really neat good stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. You mentioned I just forgot.
Yep.
Oh, someone mentioned something in chat that made me. I had a thought and then I stopped thinking because that's tough for me. Our Crystal Waystone Awards being given out. Yes, all of our streamers, all of our Team Waystone streamers actually got a new batch of Crystal Waystone Awards last week. So if you're looking for Crystal Waystone, go watch our affiliated streamers, our Team Waystone streamers. Oh no. And they have Crystal Waystones for you guys, so go check them out because it's super fun to give those out.
Oh my god, we're getting wrecked.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I got nostalgic, and the other week I was looking at. I watched a reveal VOD on our stream of Varian, who was the first shaper we released post the initial 12, so
Oh,
the
yeah?
13th shaper, and the game looks like
Delightful.
so different.
Yeah, it's looking
So different, like from every aspect, from the shaper select, from like the role select, from the skins. Like we didn't even have skins at that point. From the map itself, the respawning bindings, the ley lines, like the guardian fight. Oh
Health
my
bars.
god, Spirit Wells, even Spirit Wells.
Yes,
Just
Spiros hadn't had that
they
little
looked.
facelift.
They look bad. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
it's only relative to what they are now when they're starting to look really good and really
Yep.
great. And Dawngate's starting to come into its own. And we hope you guys have been appreciating all the art updates and little tidbits here and there that we've added to the game along the way.
Oh god.
Oh, nice save, nice save. I like that double forward flourish. That was dubious.
That's what you do when you're bad.
That's a Dibs special.
It was all planned because I was trying to block the skill shot.
Obviously,
You
obviously.
see,
Illusions of adequacy.
Yeah, I mean, some of the key differentiators that people notice right off the bat is that we have 2 lanes. We have these Spirit Wells, which Dibs is taking right now. These are economy objectives. Those little farmers will farm Vim, which is the resource in our game, for the team that controls it. And now that him and his Viridian are taking it over, they will... Boop! They will take control of that for the next few minutes. It'll be locked to their team and start generating Vim for their team. And then whenever it is unlocked, the enemy team can take it back. Oh!
I'm so bad.
Oh! Swagger drain. Just walk away from him. He's a dead man.
He's
He's not. Oh,
Oh my god.
what just happened? You're level 70, no mage. Quit. That's brutal.
He needs to rank up. He's 1 levels behind.
What's up, One Shot for All? How are you doing,
Oh
man?
my god.
Waystone doesn't balance to force a meta upon their players. We do balance, though. I mean, obviously, changes need to happen. But it's all based on data. It's all based on telemetry. Gasty looks at data, win rates, play rates, all that kind of stuff, and that's how he balances the Vidya game. There is a small competitive scene. It's not big yet. I think with the implementation of casting mode in the future, I think that'll do nothing but grow, and I'm super excited to see casting mode.
Yeah, me too.
Implemented. Are you enjoying making the living lore shaper? Goo Girl, not asking for details. Just want to know if it's going well, or are you having problems?
So has Hunter talked about that?
I don't think so. Maybe not much. Hashtag spoils.
Nah.
Legally ours.
Nah, I won't say anything because Hunter, I think, had some ideas for that.
There you go. Is the quote for Baton Rouge? Are the quota for Baton Rouge people still at a max? Well, you got me. You got me. Can you hotkey or change the settings for the left alt button so it does not ping? I don't know.
I think that you can. I think that's not for ping wheel. Maybe not.
I don't know.
You're messing with your stuff.
Would there be a giveaway for Master of the Cosmos, King of Mass, like Courageous Heart, McKellar, and Imboclad Vex? Maybe, Alucard. Keep your eyes peeled on our Facebook.com/TheDawnGate and Twitter.com/TheDawnGate. New maps anytime soon. So Oversitting, we are not opposed to the idea of new maps or game modes or anything like that, but we really want the Dawn Gate to really show through. I mean, it's the 2-lane map. This is the game mode. This is the Dawn Gate. So we want this to be as amazing as possible before we really entertain the ideas of other maps and game modes and stuff like that. But it's not off the table. It's not off the table.
Ooh.
Can you pull this one out? It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be too hard, I think, especially
It's-
with my Michaela still DC'd.
It's gonna be rough. Oh yeah, she's still gone. Ugh, she was doing the best. In your
She
team,
was
too.
doing the best.
She's the carry that you need.
You should have gotten Scott Town to do this playtest with, because he's got the most King of Mass experience.
That's true. I could have done it myself.
That's true. Oh man.
Sheebs is here. Hello, Sheebs. How are you doing, man? Hopefully things are going well for you. I don't think Nightbutt's in the channel right now, sadly. No Nightbutt. He's alive! Sheebs is alive! He's like Frankenstein's lanky monster. That's what you are. King of Mass, did you guys rip off from Digimon? Is that something in Digimon? My Digimon knowledge is not high. I know War Greymon, right? Isn't that a thing?
I think Blue Eyes White Dragon.
That's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon and Exodia are both Yu-Gi-Oh! And his favorite magic card was like the green elf warrior card. I forget what it was called. Oh god. I forgot. Elven Archer? No, something like that.
Don't hook me. Oh god. No way, bro. Never give up. Never surrender.
Where is Waystone Games HQ located? We're in the San Francisco Bay Area.
We're in that Redwood City.
Redwood City. I love this. The tentacles look super cool.
Yeah, the little like sun.
They're almost like leopard print. That's they are. They're leopard print tentacles.
We killed someone.
Whoa, can you guys win? Can you guys do the video game? Oh, get him! Pretty good. Too bad you do no damage.
I know.
And now you're stuck on the other side of the
man.
wall and you gotta take the long way around. Oh, team! Team, best team. Oh, Viridian wants it. Do it, Dibs. Do it, Dibs.
Not.
Oh,
Dude, come on.
oh my god. Your base is getting obliterated right now, though. And your Michaela's still AFK. Dubious. Yugi's favorite card was Dark Magician. Thank you so much, Fate Immortal. Thanks for dropping that Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge. Or was it Celtic Knight? I don't know. Dark Magician? I think it was Dark Magician. I'm glad we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh right now. It's the best.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Best Sharper.
Best Sharper in A. Will you lengthen the lockout for dodging games? Seems like solo queue takes forever and people dodge a lot. So it is a stacking. It's a stacking debuff, kind of. That the more you dodge, the longer it is. And you have to kind of keep the first one kind of relatively low. I think it goes from like 10 to 30 to an hour, I think. Because we also get a lot of the same complaints of like, my game crashed during Shaper Select. Like, I didn't dodge, but now I have to wait 10 minutes. Gosh, can't you lower the time? And some people are asking if you want to increase the time. So it's one of those things where, like, 10 minutes is not a ton of time to wait. Like, we understand. But it's for those people that, like, oh, maybe your game legit crashes at Shaper Select.
Right.
But then it stacks up to 30, which is kind of a much longer time to wait. And then an hour is kind of the maximum time to wait. So yeah, those times and timelines and stuff have been thought out with that kind of stuff in mind. Joey's favorite was the Flame Swordsman. Hi, we're now a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. All we do is talk about Yu-Gi-Oh things.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Gate.
Our tagline is time to Dawn Gate. That's what it is. Exodia Shaper confirmed. 5-set team combined. Oh man, what if each member of the team had to pick like left arm, left leg, right leg, and body, and your team made one giant Voltron Shaper that you played the whole game?
I should make like 5 Shapers that all have ultimates that work like that. So you play like 4 of those Shapers and Dibs, and it just doesn't work, and you lose.
Yeah, that's never been done in a MOBA before. That sounds legit.
It sounds legit.
Is anything being done with our reports for toxicity and levers? Absolutely, Orange. If you find someone that's toxic or is a lever, report them. 100%. We do not talk about the actions taken against such people because it's just kind of a privacy thing. But things get done as long as you report them. Then the last guy doesn't pick the last leg and your team is useless. Exactly. And you should have an ulti that doesn't work. Tears up Blue Eyes White Dragon. No, Toby Lab, why would you do that? Don't tear up Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's the best card.
Oh my god, look at this guy.
He's going a little bit too ham.
No, he's got the right amount of
Oh,
ham
there's the
going.
Vex ulti there. There's the Vex ulti there. Oh!
But I got vaporized.
Oh my god! Oh my god, look how low that Vex is. Nice! Oh, look at this Kel. This Kel's gonna do so much work. He's got it.
He's not gonna do it.
To believe in him.
He
Believe in
can't
the me that believes in you.
Sheep away. Sheep. Yes.
Oh, nice bubble. Oh my gosh. If your Mikello was here, you guys might win this game.
We might not lose right here.
Yeah.
What happened to me? Oh, I got wrecked. That's what happened.
Oh man. Splintering spines did the damages.
I got damaged.
20 seconds? Yeah, this looks kind of over. GG team. GG friends.
Well played.
That's sad. That ultimate looks so awesome though. I
It
know,
looks
right?
super dope.
That ultimate's amazing. The ultimate of the 5-team combined is called Obliteration. It one-shots the shielded Guardian. There you go.
Such fun.
Make it, Dibs. As soon as the team reaches level 6, it's just game over. That'd be incredible.
K for A? Or not K for A? I guess no K. No K for him.
No K for you.
Everyone K for all except for that guy. I'm sorry, buddy.
You're like the K-Nazi. No K for you. It's perfect. Are you guys hiring intern devs? If so, when and how's one apply? So we do all of our hiring through careers.ea.com. So if we do have positions open, that's where you're going to find them.
You got that pyramid though?
GG AFK/Griefer in a Waystone employees game on stream. Yeah, but we're going to report them and be done with it.
I got my vote in.
You can't vote for that Renzo Dazzle. What do you guys choosing in chat? The Dazzle or the Hustle?
That's a good.
I'm voting Hustle.
You want that?
I want the pirate.
But what
hustle.
about that secret mission though?
Ooh. It's not even that secret. I
It's not.
don't see how people are like
See,
so
we-
freaking out. They're like, secret mission. It could be anything, but it's like it's just what he talked to Dan about.
Right.
Like
Read a few pages back.
yeah. People think it's gonna be something crazy and secret. But
Whoa,
it's not
our
really.
Desecrator had tons of Vim.
Yeah,
I guess
264 CS. That's incredible.
Oh, look at that power Desi.
Report that level 70 no mage.
That guy. Come on now.
Bandit hustle, mate.
He's intentionally leaving such AFK. Suspected bot.
Wow, I didn't even know we had that.
Yeah, there was a time like months ago that was like an issue for just a little bit.
Bandit hustle. See, everyone's doing the bandit hustle. Your
Bandit
dazzle is
hustle.
gonna get broken, sir. It is trending towards dazzle though. You need to play more Kazari.
Mm-hmm. This is a pretty easy one for me to do because I think Zeri and Renzo are in my top 5.
Really?
No, I guess. Oh,
Just
just Zeri, and she's at the lowest actually. Oh no, Fenmore overtook my Dibs. Oh
Of
no,
course.
they're equal.
They're exactly
even.
equal. Oh my god. The next game you play will decide it. Look at that one Omni kill. Who'd you get that on?
I'm sure Fenmore.
Probably Fenmore.
Yeah, I mean of these people.
Easy mode. Fenmore. Right?
Yeah,
That's how Dibs climbed the leaderboard, is Fenmore.
it was.
He just played Fenmore.
I got up there in those early weeks, and then I just never played, so I'm all up in the leaderboards.
Are you still there?
No, I'm not leaderboards. I'm
Okay.
close though.
I don't think I'm on the leaderboards either.
Except
'Cause I'm
I
bad.
just went down because big time garbage. Let's see, what are people doing?
If you guys think Dazzle's the way to go, I suggest you watch the Money Pigs live cast from last night. I think they all went for a hustle, right? Didn't you guys all go for a hustle, Muzzy?
Yeah, I think Muzzy actually convinced them all to go
Yeah.
for hustle, and Tulsa was
Muzzy lobbying for hustle.
and Tulsa was like, I don't really care, but I guess now, oh, I see it.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
for
pretty sure
hustle.
Twerp was the one for Dazzle, and then Muzzy gave his explanation, and Twerp was like, "All right, I'm on board.
Yep.
We're hustle now.
He got convinced.
We're the hustle podcast."
Muzzy thinks that Renzo's just a big joke. But what about that?
Muzzy thinks Renz has a joke.
Yeah, he does.
Mm.
He thinks
Yeah, he thinks he's a one-dimensional joke. I think
he's a
is what he said.
one-dimensional joke. But what
Yeah.
about what he talked to Dale about?
What a secret mission. Could be a secret mission. When we talk about the secret mission, we have to whisper.
It probably involves Renzo's nipples.
It always involves Renzo's nipples. All the missions do. Were feelings hurt at Waystone after last night's Money Pigs? No. Why would they? Why would they be? Why would we ever be hurt?
Always encouraged discussion.
Although I did love the one thing of what was it? People started complaining about how it's been so long since we kind of hashtag tease like the progression patch and and Vanquish being removed and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, hey, that's just Gasty things.
Yeah.
Gas X go in there, it's like, boom, tease.
I mean, we've talked about, we had the community summit, right? And then, and we got a lot of really good feedback from that. It's one of those things that it's not a sense of like drinking your own Kool-Aid, but when you're part of the development up to a point, there's a point where you need outside opinion, right? Because otherwise you're like, I've seen the progression, I understand this. And you get outside, impressions and you're like, oh, okay, like these things, people who are just being introduced to this, like, they react to it in such and such way, so it's always good to do that and then work on that feedback rather than just like, okay, it's out.
It's easy to make Smurfs, and we've heard of certain top players who I probably don't need to name being banned and needing to make new accounts. So, I mean, the thing about Smurfing, and like if you do get banned, like if your main account gets banned, I think if you've spent any kind of money on that account, I think it should theoretically discourage you from trolling and being a dick, as Dave Sayre kind of put it. Because like if that account gets banned and you've spent $30 on skins, that is literally $30 that you'll never get back, right? So I think there's that kind of monetary attachment people have to accounts that we hope stifles some kind of toxicity or some form of toxicity. But again, not everyone's the same.
Right. You don't like having that base loadout.
That base load. Who wants that base loadout?
That base loadout.
It's not bad though.
It's not bad though.
But yeah, I mean, how do you stop people from creating Smurfs? It's kind of hard to do. Like, there's no barrier of entry to the game. That's the point of a free-to-play game, right? So, like, you should be able to create Smurfs.
Yeah, the worst feeling would be like, hey, Joe, like, the new player, come on in. It's like, you can't play with us until,
until level 20 or something.
You need to play about 100 hours of Donkey first.
See, but I mean, that's not to say that there aren't ideas floating around the office of, like, progression, because, I mean, that's super important. Like, it's always great to be like, oh, I did something, like, out of game, now I'm more revered or more recognized, or, like, people can see me for how much of a badass I am. But that's in the future as well.
Yep.
So many things coming. We thank you guys for playing the game. Thank you guys for playing Dongate and being part of the development up to this point. But right now, like, sky's the limit. Like, I'm super excited about the future of Dongate. Like, everything that we want to do, that we're working on, is super awesome and exciting for the future of Dongate. We hope you guys give us as much feedback as possible. To all you guys that took the survey last week, thank you so much. You gave us many, many responses that we were super happy with, and even some critical ones that we're also happy with, because we're not opposed to the idea of, like, someone saying, I don't like your game, but here's why. Someone just saying, like, Dongate sucks, peace, is like, 0
out of 10, submit.
Exactly. But if you say, I don't like Dongate because the role system is inflexible, or because this or that, or, blah, 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 then we're very happy to hear that feedback and take it to heart, because sometimes the most critical of people are the ones that really help shape things, because they're the ones looking at us not through rose-colored glasses. They're not drinking the punch. They're not drinking the Kool-Aid,
Right.
And they allow us to look at our own faults, and they allow us to develop a game in a way that is with you guys, which is the most important thing. We're not holding off the walls until X date and releasing a box product and saying, here you go, bye, wash your hands of it. We're constantly in talks and in communication with you guys on the Reddit, on the forums, Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, which, honestly speaking, like, it's an interesting thing, because I've been here for a year and 4 months now, and, like, this way we do things with the constant communication and, like, being able to talk to people on the Reddit and Facebook and all that kind of stuff is, like, I almost take it for granted at this point, which is weird, because, like, you guys honestly have ridiculously close communication with us. Like,
right.
We ask you personally practically for surveys. We come on the Reddit. We post things. Dibs posted his, silly Shaper Sims thing. Like, he's the lead shaper designer of Dawngate, and, like, we're interacting with you guys and talking with you guys and constantly having an open dialogue with you guys. The Money Picks podcast, it's a great podcast, and there's constantly many devs in there in the chat just kind of talking, bullshitting, talking about bugs, talking about Gasty doing the hashtag spoilers, hashtag, Gasty teases, and, like, I think it's awesome, and I think it's great that we have a community that allows for that. And thank you guys for being there with us and helping us make the Dawn Gate.
Because, I mean, you talk to other people. Like, we're at Gamescom, we're talking to all these other devs and stuff like that, and we're like, have you tested that with the players? And they're kind of like, well, we'll have to wait until the
product launches. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, sometimes I just take it for granted and don't realize what awesome stuff we're doing here. I mean, it's not to, like, toot our own horn, I suppose.
Let's just toot it.
Boop, boop, boop. But, like, I think it's pretty cool that we're doing it this way. So Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of something. Being a part of something cool, something new for us, something new for Waystone, something new for EA for the most part, which is pretty awesome too. Everything is spiders. Everything is spiders. Why there is only 2 lanes? It's so unfun. I love 2 lanes. What's wrong with 2 lanes? Another topic that they covered on Money Picks that I remember mentioning is like rank system and like will there be duo queue or will it be pure solo queue and stuff. And I think it was Muzzy or maybe Tulsa. I don't remember who brought it up, but it's like I think Dawngate lends itself really well to duo queue because like 2 duo lanes is like awesome, you know.
Yep.
In other MOBAs, there's like 1 solo, 1 jungle, and a duo. So like when you queue up with a duo, it's either you 2 go bot or like you're split up and like 1 is bot and 1 is mid.
Right.
But like I think Dawngate allows you to really like have fun and really effectively play with a partner and do awesome things together.
Support life is so easy.
So easy. I know. Look at that Dibs. That Dibs play. Until you play Tactician King of Mass and you start stealing your Desecrator Gladiator's farm.
Yeah,
like
right.
an ass.
I was taking it. I was like, why does he keep slapping him?
What an idiot.
God, come on, learn to play. Oh, then I looked down.
I make this game. And yeah, there's other things like the no map is no mana is really awesome. There's fighting and you don't have to be wary of like, oh god, I blew my 1 combo. Guess I'm useless for the next 10 minutes till I go back. You know, that's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
I hate that. When is the Pluto Hero coming? I wish the Pluto Hero was coming. To be fair, though, Pluto is an awful name for any shaper, so I should have chosen better.
Chris Latois, he's put a stop to that.
That's true.
There's no more characters named after Dibs. I got grandfathered in, kind of, because he came here and was like, "Who's this character?" I'm like, "He's Dibs. Deal with it."
Deal with it. I'm out. Yeah, I think we have Dibs, Zalgus, Vex,
Kendra.
and Kendra, but that's her real name.
But Vex was named Town.
He was Polymer at the time.
He used the name Vex when Vex was out.
Oh, did he?
Because it was Vitality Experiment. It was always.
Oh, I see. Okay. So the character named him.
Correct.
I see.
Yeah. Dibs, Zalgus, Kendra.
Yeah, I should just change my name. I'm Waystone Coggin now. Deal with it. Let's see. Any other questions? We got a few more minutes with you guys. Deal with it. Sunglasses. I wish I had sunglasses just for that.
Oh yeah, McKellar, of course, named after Waystone McKellar.
Yes. That's it, right?
That's it.
Yes. When's next patch? Was expecting one today. Eventually. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
worry.
got good stuff. Don't worry about it.
It's got some sweet.
Don't worry about it.
Sweet bits. Sweet bits and bobs. Why do I only get about 20 karma when playing really good and winning? So, Click Lax, karma is something entirely given to you by other players. So maybe you played really well and you won, but maybe you were kind of a dick, and so they didn't want to karma you.
Don't say.
Or maybe I'm not saying he was, but there's also the fact that karma is something that players they find value in themselves, like for it themselves. So like it's kind of hard to say, I suppose, but I give karma to players that played really well, like even opponents. Like if an opponent like murdered me, I will give that man karma. And then some players are like, oh, this guy was really nice, he like tried to lead our team to victory, we lost, but he was a really nice guy and a really nice player. So like you have to choose what you want to give karma for, and maybe in that game, sadly, maybe you didn't meet anyone's expectations.
See, I think all you gotta do is you're in lane and you throw out your ultimate and the guy, he blinks it. And you go, nice blink, bro.
Nice blink, bro.
And then he goes, thanks, dog. And then
Karma.
just like you get hundreds of karma. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. Pay it forward also works very
But
well,
if he like fail blinks and you kill him and then you say nice blink,
mm-hmm.
then he won't give you karma. He'll report you for suspected bot.
For harassment. I like the suspected bot. I'm going to start reporting more people for suspected bots. Will there be a system in place to reward you for playing well in the game? Karma system is quite RNG at the moment. So, we have gotten tons of feedback about the reward system. We completely understand the feedback, and that's something that we will definitely be looking at in the future. 100%. Nice blink, bro.
Nice blink, bro.
Equals karma. Got it. See, that's what you got to do. I hope to see a lot more nice blink bros in Dawngate from this point on. On the reward page, there are a few coming soon sections. Any info on this yet? Coming soon. That's it. That's all I can say about it.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's one of those things where, just like crafting currency, just like any other feature, like we've been pretty, I would say, transparent as far as development is concerned for the past year. Like when it's time to talk about it, we will 100% talk to you guys about it. We'll make a post. We'll say it on live stream. We'll do this. We'll do that. And until that happens, just that means that it's not quite time. It's not quite time to talk about it. But as soon as we can talk about it, we will talk to you guys about it. I promise. The Dominator. Thank you so much. I also saw a follow from Slurms McKinsey. Thanks for following. Party on, Slurms. Party on. Let's see. Any other questions?
How long do I have to play practice games for? I don't think you have to play any at all, right?
You have to play one.
You have to play one. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do, baby.
If you had not played a match made, any account created
Right.
after bot games were implemented, will have to play one practice game. And if you didn't play any match made games before bot games went in, before practice mode went in, you have to play one practice mode game. So yeah, just one. That's all it takes. Just to get your feet wet a little bit, so you don't go and you're just like, what is a spear well? Right. And you just get exploded.
And if you're good, you just wreck those bots.
Exactly.
And
That's all it takes.
You just move on.
That's all it takes. Unless you lose to bots, which I think some people have.
It can happen, but you gotta really, you need to take.
You gotta try hard.
You gotta take one of the slots. Like you gotta take the Amaranth slot. You steal Amaranth, so there's no Amaranth bot, or you steal what do we have, Mikela, or do we have Nisa? We have
Nisa. It's Nisa.
Yeah, you steal that Nisa slot, and then you just feed like crazy.
Confirmed Dibs is afraid of a turtle shaper and its awesomeness.
A turtle shaper would be cool.
You need the turtle riding penguin shaper.
We need,
named Doug.
Right, that rider shaper, that such turtle tank.
Turtle tank. That'd be great. I mean, his ulti would obviously be he puts all of his appendages in his shell and spins really quick.
No, he puts them all in, and that's it.
That's it? He sits there?
His movement speed is reduced to 0. It's all his abilities are silence.
Did you see, there was a video on Reddit that I really liked of the tower having 110 move speed. Have you seen that? The binding?
Yeah.
The binding had 0 HP and 110 move speed.
Right.
And I was like, where you going, binding?
Is that's the lowest move speed you can get in the game.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if, everyone in the entire team throws staggers at you and everyone slows you with their abilities, 110 lowest.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Today I learned.
Today you learned.
So-
So even though their move speed is 0, it says 110.
Doug, the turtle riding penguin shaper. Hey, I've been lobbying for that shaper for a long time. And
That's true.
Dibs keeps not doing. He keeps ignoring me. He's like, "Shut up, Pluto. Get out of here." Slurm, welcome. You'll enjoy the game. Slurms McKinsey. Hey guys, I play a lot of Dota 2 and your game looks really cool. I hadn't heard about it until now. I'll be following and downloading later today. Awesome, Slurms McKinsey. Way to be cool.
Did you see that Nintendo X follow?
Was that him? Was that him? Was that the real Josh?
I played against him in about a week ago.
Did you lose?
Oh no, I dumped him.
Oh, get wrecked, Josh.
We won the first. No, we lost the first one big time, and then I dumped him. And I was
you played against him twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was happy.
Shots fired at Nintendo X.
Mm-hmm.
Waystone Dibs coming for you, son. There are a lot of informative, entertaining streamers to watch at Slurms because many of them are in chat here. Absolutely. Actually, let's go see who is streaming right now. Who's streaming right now? Let's see. I know Elf was streaming, but sadly, her computer right now is not good enough for the Dawn Gate. She's waiting for a new PC to come in. So she was playing Hearthstone last I saw, unless she switched to Dawn Gate. Let's see. The Elfer. Unless she's literally just idling and watching our stream, which also could be the case, and then we'll have Streamception. But yeah, check out Team Waystone. Team Waystone is an amazing kind of directory of great streamers that we have actually selected from the community. Frosty here, thank you for the follow. And if they have many different nicks and knacks and personalities and stuff like that. If you're a first-time player, Muzzy's a great kind of introductory stream. Mm-hmm. Thor does a lot of community games, does a lot of viewer games. He streams for a while. He might be going live after this. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he should be able to answer. Tulse, Mixcrag, Wannabe1234, all these guys or EGAD are all very high MMR kind of players, and they do really well for themselves. And then Cream Bananas is our local. Our local thespian, our local awesome Tassie Alabastro. I love that name. Such a good name. Such a quality name. But yeah, he's got a fro and he's got the gameplay, and that's all you need from the Crean stream. I love it.
Who's the best?
Who's the best? What?
Who's highest ranked right now?
Highest rank MMR?
Yeah, is it Sheeps? No, is it
Tulse?
Tulse?
I think it's Tulse.
Is Tulse a god?
I'm pretty sure it's Tulse. Out of our team Waystone, I'm almost positive it's Tulse.
Nice.
Niku might be up there, but I don't think he's been playing super much lately. Let's see, Tulse. Let's search that Tulse. Oh, Mixcrag. Mixcrag's number 6 in the leaderboards right now. He may be beating Tulse. Tulse is number 42.
42.
Wow, Tulse, what a scrub. What a scrub. Yeah, McScrag not only holding number 6 on the leaderboard, but also the highest number of Dawngate games.
Oh my god.
This dude has played almost 2,300 games of Dawngate.
I need to go to that profile right now.
McScrag, what are you doing? Look at those Moya games.
Only 480 more.
Only 481. This guy's played a little bit of Moya. Wow.
It's pretty good.
Spinal Dash was the bestest, but, you know, he works here now. So
That's true.
he doesn't count. 12,000 kills and 20,000 assists. Jesus, Scrag.
I like it.
What do you do? I love you, Scrag. You're the best. You are the best. Number one. We were actually trying to, the other day, George and I were trying to see who has the most games of Dawngate played at all. And apparently it's not... like before a certain date, we don't have any data like easily obtainable.
Right.
But from I think like January or February to now, McScrag doesn't have the most games played.
Really?
I think it was like Rattan or someone had the
Oh,
most
yeah,
games
sure.
played at like 2,000 games played just between like February and now.
Wow.
But Scrag had it has the I think the highest total from last May to now. So pick it up, Scrag. Why don't you play a little bit more Dawngate? You nerd. Let's see. What's people's obsession with Mina? I've met more than one person with like 360 games total, of which like 300 were Mina.
I think Mina is like, I think every character kind of hits something awesome on a different level. Like some characters, it's like, you know, the VO. Some characters, it's like the model art and animation. Some other characters, like the effects. But I think Mina was like the one where it was like 10 out of 10 every single category.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like the kit a lot. I made it just for me. I was like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. Boom, done. And then I love the model. I love the concept. I love the VO animations, effects, like all the best, right? And it's super rare. Like internally, we look at a lot of things like overall play rate per shaper, and as well as kind of almost more importantly per archetype, and that decides kind of how many shapers should we have of every archetype. And what you'll see a lot of times is that supports are the lowest because a lot of times you only have one support on a team, and also you can have other characters that hold support role as well. So things like mages or tanks. But Mina is like one of the highest played characters in all of Dawngate and his sports. It's just like,
Dibs
so good.
considers, we're actually talking about this weekend, Dibs considers Mina his magnum opus.
It's true. I think about it all the time.
The
It's
greatest.
like, that's like the best. That's probably my favorite character to make, her and Ferris. But it's just
The best.
that next support though. Sometime down the line, I got big plans.
Oh, God.
Maybe that one. Will be it.
Don't pull your Intergasty out and start teasing.
Let's
things.
talk about that tease though.
Well, if that's it, it's about 2:30. So thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Go check out Distracted Elf. She's streaming right now. Go say hello. She's playing some Dawngate, and it looks like her FPS is 24. It's not super high, but she's waiting on a new PC to come in, and then she will be streaming in much higher quality, but still she's making do. She just moved, so in the meantime, go check her out, and thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/thedawngate, facebook.com/thedawngate, and yeah, that's about it. Go check out Team Waystone. Go check out Distracted Elf. I'm going to host her right now. And from us here at Waystone Games, I'm Brad Pluto-Ramey, the assistant community manager, and this is Dan Dibs Gibson, lead shaper designer.
Bye.
And he loves playing supports. 100% spielen und machen wunderschönsten. Wunderschönsten. Wunderbar.
If we're going to do MOBA, we don't just want to clone. We knew we were coming out of nowhere, and we knew that the people who liked MOBAs were super diehard. We put it in the players' hands at a very early stage, and we were just kind of like, we're going to build this in front of you guys, and whatever you tell us about this, we are going to hear it whether we like it or not.
It's just a constant dialogue with our players, and Dawngate is constantly getting better for it.
MOBA stands for Multi-User Online Battle Arena. For Dawngate, what we
done is broken down the genre to its component parts and built a new game that doesn't just clone the classic MOBA, but builds on it by focusing on a flexible metagame.
But the metagame in Dawngate is based around your particular team composition, the roles your team is choosing. So the game is going to play different every single time, allowing you and your team to genuinely try new strategies.
It allows them to basically play any of these characters that they really identify with in any position in the game.
When we set out to make Dawngate, really what we wanted was characters who were fighting for a purpose.
All of the characters that you play, the map that you're playing on has been conceived of in a massive epic story arc that's really just kicking off with the players.
Salus, he's a character who I love to play. He's sort of a lizard monk, very zen.
There is a little spirit wisp dude. I love the design of that guy.
Big guys with axes and armor and skulls. I like that a lot.
So I like supports, 100% the best. I like making supports and playing supports the best.
I really like that we have a whole section of the world that's devoted to badass bookish nerds. And I like books.
Dude, if you can't geek out about something, we're probably not gonna have a good time hanging out.
We built this team specifically to make this game, to make Dawngate. We're a group of hardcore MOBA players, so we knew if we were going to make something awesome for our players, it had to be awesome for us.